I think life is here to live, fully live, get on board, right? Get on board, take risks, go for it, try new things, live the life that you want to live. Hi, this is Leanna here, helping you open up to exploring in sex, love, and life. Welcome to my channel for those of you who are new. And hello again, and hello, thank you to all of you who are returning. So great to have you. We're going to talk about some aspects of swinging, and I'm going to get into that word a little bit as well, because swinging, sexually exploring, couples opening up their relationship to find other ways to communicate in an intimate and sexual way. There's lots of different ways of explaining the word swinging. So let's talk a little bit more about that as well, and get into some ways that you can go together into this kind of exploration. First of all, I want to make an announcement. I am starting a Patreon account, okay? Because I would like to start to tell more deep, intimate stories, and I'd like it to be to a very exclusive tribe of people. I'd also like to have some funds be rolling in to support the kind of work that I'm doing. I have, I don't know, over 100 videos now. I've been doing this for a number of years, and I'd like to really focus in on doing this more and more and more. So I'm going to be, I have the link of the Patreon site that's in the description, in the comments. Check it out. I'd love for you to join. I'm going to be offering once a month deep, intimate, personal stories. I've been in the realm of the sexual dimension, sexual exploration for the past 30 years, and 23 years of that was with my ex-husband. He and I, who just really dove deeply, opening doors of all sorts of possibilities and just finding all sorts of amazing things, enlightening, transformational things for our own beings and connection to our own sexual beings. And I want to get into more detail about those stories. So I think you're going to really like it. You're going to enjoy it. I've been testing out these stories for years with friends, and they say, you should tell more of these stories, tell more of these stories. So I'm going to do that in the Patreon section. So check it out. Love to have you. Oh, so I've just come back to Brazil. I was in Canada, and the last couple of videos I'm talking about an event that I went to in Whistler, where I gave a sex yoga and sex magic workshop, which went so well, so great. I'm going to be doing more of those. It was so nice to work with people in the living beings, as human, connective, physical beings. That was really lovely. And it was an event that is, some people would say it's a swinging event, because you can go there and meet other couples and play sexually. But it's way more than that, and these kinds of events, hedonistic events, there's different events like this all over the world, actually. But this particular company, SOP Productions, has one of their inaugural event is in Whistler. And it's for people that want to swing, mostly couples. So I want to talk to you a little bit about some of the things that can help you maybe make the decision to take that step into trying something different in your relationship, trying something that's going to open the two of you up sexually a little bit more. It's, we get really stuck in the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We're fearful of going anywhere besides remaining in the same thing or doing it the same way over and over again, and it gets really boring. And okay, before I even start using the word boring, I want to use the word destructive. It becomes destructive because your body doesn't want to respond anymore. Your sexual being needs to have excitement, change, spontaneity, especially in the feminine being body, okay? The feminine being body, especially, of course, the masculine being body as well requires that. But there have been many people who have talked to me about the men in particular working on ejaculation control and trying to prolong their ejaculation and go into places where they can have orgasm disconnected from the ejaculation so that they can enjoy sex for a longer period of time, so their partner can enjoy sex for a longer period of time, so they can explore more, so they can go into different realms of sexuality. So it gets boring, it gets dull, it gets monotonous, and I know it's scary to move beyond that. I've been there. I know it's scary. I have had like little outfits stuck in my closet, afraid to put them on for my intimate partner who I've been with for 10 years. Afraid. It seems ludicrous, really, that we become so afraid to exhibit ourselves in a desirous sexual manner for our own partners in a long-term relationship. It seems kind of crazy. It seems completely counterintuitive to the way that it should be. It seems that if you are with somebody for a long time, you get to know them better, that you are able to express yourself more, that you open more, but it's actually the opposite that tends to happen. We close down more, we protect more, we insulate more. So what I am really a proponent of is opening more, finding ways to explore deeper, and it's not something that you should put onto your partner. It's something that you yourself have to decide to do. You yourself, and this is the first kind of area I want to talk about, you yourself have to take the risks. You have to take these risks into doing something different, doing something scary. Scary for you, scary to put on that sexy little outfit, or pull out that toy you've been holding, or talk about possibly going to some kind of sexual event with your partner. It's freaking scary for people, because why is it scary? Well, sex has been repressed for so long. Sex has been a naughty, taboo topic for so long. Not just sex, but specifically our intimate desires have been suppressed to the point where we're terrified to talk about them. We're terrified to let them out, to show them, to exhibit them. So you got to take some risks. You've got to step into something that's going to be uncomfortable, that's going to be scary for you, that something that you may be projecting onto your partner, that you think that they're going to react in a certain way, or be a certain way, or feel or think a certain way when you bring this part of you out, right? You got to take those risks when you want to dive deeper into your sexual dimension. Okay, that's just an absolute given. You have to take risks. Taking the risks of telling your partner something you've never told them before. Okay, those are the risks. When I talk about risks, those are the risks that I mean. Risks. Take risks. And I know it's scary. I know that's not an easy thing to do. But you've got to be uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable when you want to expand in your life, when you want to create a relationship that's going to be more dynamic, when you want to have a sex life that's going to be way more fun. Way more fun. So a risk might be, hey, let's check out this event that Leanna's talking about. Let's just look at it, see what it's about. That could be a risk. Or let's decide to go and go to it. Find out who's there. Let's connect with some people. Talk to people about it. See what they say, right? Those are the kind of risks I'm talking about. So remember, this is a journey that we go on, a life journey. We are on this linear path, this linear journey. We're born, we die. So what do you want to do in between? What do you want to experience? What do you want to feel? Do you want to open and try new things? Do you want to explore these desires that you might have within inside of you? Do you want to even locate what desires that you have, to find out what turns you on, what gets you excited? I'm not just talking even sexually. I'm talking about everything in life in general. What gets you excited? Are you ready to take the risks to try these things? Because your life will end, and it's a journey. Every moment that you are here, you are in a journey. So it can be really, I know, I deal with anxiety myself. I know it can be tough to be stuck in that place of anxiety, but for me, I've come to realize also that that anxiety that we get into, that stress, that level of depression or sadness is about a transformation that we're needing to go through. And instead of fighting against it, go into it, feel into it, go deeper. What is causing this? What is creating this? Why am I in this place? And, you know, often it's found, you know, there can be all sorts of traumatic things that are deep down, but a lot of it has to do with fear that's going on, fear of really expressing what it is you want, who you are, what you want to explore, what you really need to say. Okay, that causes a lot of anxiety to hold that stuff in. Also, you know, not being able to manifest what you want in your life. But, you know, we get stuck in these traps of holding it in, holding it in, holding it in. And all you need to do is even maybe start writing stuff down. You know, writing helps. And then voicing, okay? And then voicing to your partner or to a friend so that you can get this energy moving in your body and get it out of your system. Okay, I'm a little bit off track, but this all has to do with taking risks and allowing yourself to connect to your desires. And maybe you've been in a long-term relationship for a very long time, and you've always had the desire, or you're at that point of desire to try something new with your partner. You don't have to go out into a big room of people and start having sex with a bunch of people. That's the guy's jumping from 0 to 100 without going through the journey in between. There's lots of steps in between. So you take it slowly, but take the action in your present state. Feel what you have, take the action. Take the risk by making an action. That could be, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about our fantasies. Let's go check out this event online. Let's see who's there. Let's talk to some people. Let's find out what this is all about. Let's listen to Leanna's videos. I've got hundreds of them. Or let's join the Patreon, Leanna's Patreon, and find out some more deep, intimate stories about what she did, what she felt, how that was. Let me tell you, I was always surprised. I was surprised. I was like, oh, I don't want to open this door. It's so scary. I don't know what's behind it. And, well, who's going to be there? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my relationship? But I said, okay, take the risk, because the alternative was to sit in the same place, to hold on to the desires, to not go through an extraordinary life, extraordinary journey, right? That's the opposite side of it. And that's fine if you want to do that. That's absolutely fine, sort of. I think that, oh, I can smell these lilies behind me. So delicious. I think life is here to live, fully live, get on board, right? Get on board, take risks, go for it, try new things, live the life that you want to live. And take it, let it unfold slowly. Let it unfold slowly, because you can only do so much every day. You can only take so many steps or go so far every day. So congratulate yourself and celebrate yourself for every step that you take, right? Every step that you take is valuable and beautiful and perfect. And that comes down to the fact that your desires are valid, whatever they are, they're valid, okay? This is the other thing with the connection with your partner. In a swinging situation, you might really be having this huge desire to go swinging, and your partner is like, I don't think so. That's not my desire at all. Then you need to negotiate a little bit and say, okay, let's just go on a journey. Let's look at what this is about. Let's look into some places. Let's talk to some people that run them. Let's find out what's going on. Let's see what options there are for both of us. There are many people that go to swinging sexually exploratory events where they don't play with anybody. They just go to watch and view and be in the open atmosphere, okay? It gives them an opportunity to talk to people that are open about talking about sex, that want to talk about sex, because most places, most people don't want to or are terrified to. And so, you know, I'm here really just to talk about it, to talk about it, to talk about it, talk about it, talk about it, and make it more normalized. It's a huge part of our life, right? It's a huge part of who we are. It's a huge amount of energy within our body. Sexual energy. I talk about this many of my videos. Sexual energy, creative energy, life force energy. It's huge. It's massive. And we need to express it, get it moving in our bodies, get it moving in our lives. It moves. I mean, all of us have this, but allowing it to be more free, right? Allowing it to be free to express, to play with it, to have fun with it, to enjoy the pleasure of it. You know, it's also connected to a deep level of pleasure. And so let us have more pleasure in life. Let us have more pleasure in life. Do things that are more pleasurable. So that's it for today. I love to have you on the Patreon. My Patreon group, tribe, I'm calling it my Patreon tribe. I will be doing the first video at the beginning of next month, and it will be one of the stories of my life, one of the adventures that I had moving through the sexual dimension. And so come and join me. I'm also going to be having a masterclass for men in the next couple weeks. I haven't made a date yet, but do sign up on my newsletter to be the first to know about it. It is coming up. I have a bunch of new things happening, so I just want to unroll them when I'm ready, when it flows. The Patreon site is up and running, so it is ready. Come and join me. Let's start with that, and let's get together in a circle of storytelling, and let me go deeply into some really awesome, extraordinary stuff. Okay. Thank you for joining. I will see you again very soon. Much love making.